It amazes me how people think of money. People look at money as, oh, it cost me 5 hours to be able to buy that, or it cost me this to be able to buy that. People don't look at money and go, right, what could I do with that money to make me more money? That thinking and logic just doesn't exist in 90% of people. And I know why, because school has taught you to minimize your thinking, limit your creativity, and make you believe that working in an ecosystem and being part of the corporate world is the way to be, which is necessary because it makes the world go round. So if you do work a 9 to 5, thank you so much. You're making my life easier because you allow people like myself and others to thrive and grow. But that's not to say that's a bad thing, because the people who work a 9 to 5 get paid loads of money sometimes. They just might not particularly know what to do with it. I know people who work in government jobs, who work a normal job as a manager and stuff, and they're really good at saving, and they might have accumulated a cash of pot. However, what they don't think about is how can they take that cash apart, put it into something that makes them more money, to then be able to enjoy that cash flow and spend it into whatever they want. Why would you want to do that? Well, figure this, right? Say you get paid £3,000 after tax, and obviously majority of that you save away, okay? So say you save away most of that, then you buy an asset which only goes up in capital, but not only that, gives you cash flow. So you have £1,000. That £1,000 is free cash for you to spend and blow. That £1,000 extra, now you go from £3,000 to £4,000 a month. You can even store that money away or spend it on holidays. See, when you go to, say you work, right, and all of a sudden you fell ill, and work can only legally pay you 6 months of sick pay before they have to not pay you anymore. So after your 6, say if you got into a bad crash, after 6 months you can't get paid anymore, right? Then what do? You get into debt, you've got credit card maxed, anything else in between. But if you had saved up to the time, bought 2 assets and got cash flow of say 2 grand, now you're only £1,000 short, but you already saved 50% of your wages, so therefore you're actually in the green. So all your bills are paid for from the assets that you've purchased, so you can now recover safely, and your family doesn't have to worry about not having money to pay bills, not having to worry that the lights might get cut off, not having to worry that your car might get repossessed. These are the things you as an individual need to think about. And this is not financial advice by any means necessary. This is just me sharing my knowledge and my guidance to give you something to think about, so you can then take that and deploy it into the real world. So hopefully you will think a bit smarter, better, save money, reinvest, and then enjoy the cash flow when you necessarily need to.